Socrates was an ancient Greek philosopher. He is respected as a brilliant thinker and teacher with a great thirst for knowledge. Socrates is remembered for developing ideas and thoughts that led to the Western culture that exists today. Socrates was born in 469 BC in Athens, Greece. He trained as a stonemason like his father, but later he decided to spend his time searching for knowledge. He did this by spending his time discussing ideas with his friends. They would meet in public places, and people passing by would join in the discussion. As required by the Athenian law, Socrates also served as a hoplite, or citizen soldier, at the Peloponnesian War, fighting with shield, long spear, and mask. During the war, he showed tremendous courage, a trait that remained with him for the rest of his life. He increasingly developed an interest in philosophy. He asked his students questions about a topic, helping them to discover whether knowledge or beliefs were flawed. He used this method, now called the Socratic method, to reveal wisdom. For example, he argued that he had no fear of death. He reasoned that he had no knowledge of what came afterwards and could not fear what he did not know. Gradually, he started becoming popular, especially among the city's youth, most famous of them being the philosopher Plato. With long hair, upturned nose, and bulging eyes, he moved around the city, barefooted and unwashed, asking questions to the elite and to the commoners alike, seeking to arrive at the truth. His young disciples enjoyed the debates, relished the fact that he always defeated those who were considered wise. In spite of his fame and popularity, Socrates did not consider himself wise. Socrates was a man of principle, who often stood against the political system that operated in ancient Greece at the time. He also angered many people by his method of questioning, since it often showed that people were not as wise as they claimed to be. Despite being advised not to, Socrates decided to stand up against the current norms of society and politics in Athens. He believed as a loyal citizen of Athens, it was his duty to pinpoint the shortcomings in their way of life, even if it questioned the beliefs that had been followed for centuries. In 399 BC, he was brought to trial, being charged with corrupting the minds of young people and not giving religion enough respect. Despite his noble intentions, Socrates had rubbed off some members of the nobility on the wrong side, thus eventually leading to his execution. The jury believed that he was a dangerous man, and he was sentenced to death by poisoning. In the event, friends, followers, and students encouraged Socrates to flee Athens, actions which the Athenians expected of him. Being a man of principles, Socrates refused to flout the law and escape his legal responsibility to Athens. Socrates never rejected his teachings, and as a result he died after drinking a cup of deadly hemlock. Sri Mataji on Socrates. Socrates has told us that we have to leave our body for the second life, and that when we live on this earth, when we live as human beings on this earth, we have to keep ourselves in such a way that we do not spoil our being, that we have a sustenance within us, a quality which makes us human beings. Socrates has said one more thing, that there are deities within us, and we have to look after those deities. We have to keep them pleased. Sustenance means the one we sustain within us. But there were two types of seeking going alongside, two types of seeking. One was the devotion on the left-hand side, and on the right-hand side was, we can say, the intellectual. And devotion came to people because they felt there is something beyond this human life, which thought of the Creator being there. Socrates, who came here in such a condition when people were really absolutely ignorant, in the complete darkness of ignorance, they could not understand him, they could not understand Socrates at all. And so, like any other primordial master, he was ill-treated by the people who were surrounding him. But of course, he was a primordial master, and his wisdom is well known, and he created out of him disciples, but none of them could go anywhere near his wisdom. They started their own theories, own styles, and that is how we find the accent from philosophy. That was Socrates' aim. Gradually, came into the political and then into the economic side. So the attention was moved from philosophy to economics today, not towards philosophy, which was established by Socrates. We can say Socrates was the one primordial master after Abraham and Moses, who really made it a very clear-cut understanding about spirituality. World peace can be achieved only when people in charge of world affairs get their self-realization. They are leaders of different countries, and through a sahaja relation, they will respect and love each other. They will be like benevolent kings described by Socrates, who will think of global peace. Today it seems as if the whole world is ablaze with war. Now, you have to understand that you people have a very big responsibility, because you're strategically placed in Greece, you see? Greece and Turkey both are very important. First of all, you are the bridge between the eastern side and the western side, and everybody is interested in it, somehow or other, managing and controlling these two areas so that they could control eastern and western side. It's a very great day for me to see so many Sahaja Yogis here who are from this country, Greece. When first I came to Greece, I told my husband that this country is full of vibrations, and there have been many evolved souls in this country. I mean the Western countries especially. Now the greatest danger that you have now is the Western culture may try to grab you, and which is very dangerous. To understand it, you have to know that you are people coming from a great tradition, ancient people of ages, just like Indians, and there is so much you can do to improve the culture of Europe by your own behavior.